Profound landing is a moment of time where what you've been traversing, journeying, what you have been initiating yourself through the hurdles, through all of the blocks, through all of the personalities, the identities, the core wounds, the multidimensional activity, and the aspects of your shadow, not self, and ego that dissolve away in that moment of, I get it. I see. And it's like all of those pieces that were there line up in this beautiful straight line, and you can see exactly why each thing happened and unfolded into the next and unfolded into the next. And of course I struggled with this, and of course this was challenging, and of course this was hard because I needed to land at this exact moment. I needed to be initiated in this exact way. I needed to know myself through this exact expression and perspective, and to develop my skills in the area that is desired for me to be of service to myself and to humanity. And so it's not until those moments land, and we are landing so many moments all of the time, but when we talk about transcendence, no matter where it is we're transcending to whatever the arrival point is, it's only when we're arriving that those pieces actually slot in. And you usually have one big profound moment where you're like, wow, and laugh. It's a paradox. Everything that you went through, every pain, every aspect of what you have traversed, the mud, the muck, the attacks, all of the layers of this work, this deep, deep sacred work of self, of I am, of God's source creator, comes into a point where you recognize, yeah, that was all worth it. And it's kind of funny now, because what happens is you've cleared all of the attachment to it. You've cleared all of your memories that have been holding it. You've cleared all the pain and the aspects of disassociation or the fragmentation that was causing that. So on the other side of this landing, this alignment, this line where you're like, wow, there's no pain there. It feels like a distant memory. It feels like something that was. And you can't even hold on to what was. It's collapsed, it's released, it's created that beautiful aligned spaciousness, which is actually high vibrational frequency for you to live from. And so with that, I invite you in these final stages of your experiences, when you're moving through those points of that reverberation where the pillar has been swinging, and you're getting closer to that still point. When you're closer to that still point and you know it's just around the corner, you've got nothing left. You are exhausted, and there's no part of you that can keep going because you put everything into it, that you ask yourself to go there, that you land there, that you arrive there. And when that landing happens, and when it is coming close, remember, it will all make sense when it does. It will all be quite amusing in the paradox of creation and life. But whilst you're in that challenge, whilst you're traversing those moments, that you also have love and grace for what it is that you're moving through at that point in time. You have love and grace for how this is affecting your human body. This is affecting your relationships. This is affecting your family. That in those moments you are so compassionate, so kind, and so gentle to your human being, that you allow yourself the acknowledgement of that you allow yourself, hello buddy, the acknowledgement of what it is to land and arrive. Now, when you do arrive and that line lines up and you're like, I see it all, there is absolutely no point in trying to explain what you see, because it is an energetic landing, which is why no one can explain transcendence. No one can explain meeting and becoming God. No one can explain samadhi, because the more you try to explain it, the more someone gets lost It is a state of arrival, and only those that arrive to the state of an enlightened expression who have been there themselves will see you. Only those that know that experience will understand what it is that you're saying. Only those that have expressed a state of consciousness can. You can try and write about it, but you're going to need to write a couple of books just to explain the journey, in the hope that the vibrational remembrance allows you to come into a point of explanation and education of it. The amount of words, lessons, vibrational signatures, interpretations of self, identities, and traversing consciousness to the edges is not something that is easily expressed. So savor that landing, savor that moment. And when you've allowed yourself to fully land and be integrated in it, then share that which is ready to be shared with others, that which is ready to be shared in your medicine, and that which is ready to be shared through your gifts of the arrival.